Hi y'all, doing a quick video on how to be able to cook lobster that's been cooked, that's been frozen. And so these are frozen. Normally if you have lobster, they're normally around 1.5 pounds. You'll want to go ahead and cook them in 3 quarts of water per lobster. Mine are smaller, they're around 12 ounces a pound. So I basically cut it down and I'm doing 2 quarts of water per lobster. So I have in my water bath canner, I have 6 cups, or it's not 6 cups, but 6 quarts of water. I'm waiting for it to get to a boil. Once it gets to a boil, I'm going to take you over there and we're going to go ahead and put these in, and we're going to go ahead and start cooking it. You don't want to put it in the oven. You don't want to end up steaming it. It can make it so that it's not going to taste as good. It could taste rubbery and it may not get cooked all the way. So this is the safest way to be able to cook frozen cooked lobster. And then what you want to do is make sure that it gets to a rolling boil. I'm going to show you what a rolling boil is. A rolling boil is basically whenever you're stirring it, it's still boiled. It's still boiling. If you're stirring it and then it ceases to boil, then you want to let it go for a little bit longer so that it can get to a rolling boil. So I'll be back and we'll put them on in my pot. Alright, it's at a rolling boil. Can you see that? And when I stirred it, it still would be boiling. My husband's going to go ahead and put them in. And put them in slowly so that they don't end up splashing you. And because they're only 12 ounces, I'm going to only let them cook for around 7 minutes. And then you want to wait for it to go back to a boil, which it already is. It's still boiling. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put the lid back on. That's why you want to definitely have it to be a rolling boil. I'm going to put the lid back on. And I'm going to go ahead and take it off the stove, and I'm going to let it cook for 7 minutes, so I'm going to set my timer. Okay, my timer just went off. I'm going to go ahead and take the thing off. They're a nice color. I'm going to go ahead and take them on out, and it is ready to eat. So I'm going to go ahead and plate it and put my coleslaw on. You can check out my videos on how I did the coleslaw. On how I made coleslaw. But just for a quick note, and while I'm doing this, I'm gonna quickly take it out. But if your lobster is approximately around 1 pound, you'll want to let it cook for around 9 to 10 minutes. For 1.5 pound lobster, you'll want to let it cook for around 10 to 12 minutes. And if you got a big lobster, larger than 2 pounds, you'll want to go ahead and cook it for around 15 minutes. Or when I say cook it, let it sit in the water for around 15 minutes. So I'm gonna go ahead and take it on out now and go ahead and plate it.